Brock Lesnar's WWE return date. Drew McIntyre blames Travis Scott for ruining the main event of WrestleMania 41. Drew McIntyre attacks 85% of the WWE roster. Cora Jade is earning more than any woman in wrestling thanks to OnlyFans. Ric Flair confirms he's now cancer-free after a battle. Hulk Hogan's health issues shut down. Triple H recently threw away CM Punk's promo script. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso are teaming up at Summerslam. Solo Sikoa removed as the MFT leader. Cody Rhodes dethrones John Cena. Let's dive right in. Drew McIntyre blames Travis Scott for ruining the main event of WrestleMania 41. Drew McIntyre didn't hold back on the impulsive podcast, tearing into Travis Scott for ruining the WrestleMania 41 main event. The Scottish Warrior blamed a 6-minute run-in by the rapper for derailing the match between John Cena and Cody Rhodes, where Cena won the undisputed WWE Championship with Scott's interference. McIntyre didn't mince words, calling Scott a piece of. That 6-minute run-in at WrestleMania screwed up our damn main event. Travis Scott, which happened, by the way, piece of McIntyre said. Many fans echo McIntyre's frustration, feeling Scott had no place in the spotlight. Reports also suggest Scott's WWE future is shaky due to ongoing backstage issues with his commitment, leading to Jelly Roll replacing him in a high-profile SummerSlam tag team match alongside Randy Orton against McIntyre and Logan Paul. McIntyre made it clear he has zero respect for Scott, believing the rapper doesn't take wrestling seriously. With tensions high, it seems unlikely Scott will return to WWE anytime soon. McIntyre also opened up about the toll of his wrestling career, sharing how constant travel meant sacrificing family time. Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it. The way the schedule is now is certainly the first time I've started thinking, okay, maybe we're getting close to time. I've always wrestled. I've always been on the road. I knew I'd have to sacrifice things I want in life if I wanted to take this as far as I could. Being away from my family, who are so important to me, was just part of the job for so long, he said. He recalled a tough conversation with Nick Khan after family tragedies, asking for a lighter schedule. Khan promised change, and WWE's current setup now gives wrestlers more time to rest and be with loved ones. We used to be on the road 3 to 4 days a week every single week, and it used to be even crazier when I first started. I remember having a conversation with Nick Kay. He told me, "It's going to slow down, I promise." After a couple of family tragedies, I was like, I need more time off to be with my family, and they guaranteed me it was slowing down. Wrestling's changing, and sure enough, now the way the schedule is, it's great. Not just for keeping our bodies together, but also for keeping our families together. And now I can see a world where if I had a kid, when I have a kid, I could actually be present when they're a baby. I don't want to be on the road watching them grow up on FaceTime. I want to be a present dad, McIntyre said. He added that while some advised having kids earlier to enjoy more time with them, he chose to prioritize his career, knowing his intense focus. Fans are rooting for McIntyre to shine as a dad when he's ready to start a family. Drew McIntyre attacks 85% of the WWE roster. Drew McIntyre didn't hold back on the impulsive podcast, blasting 85% of the WWE roster for lacking the star power needed to shine in the company. He expressed frustration over wrestlers appearing on major platforms like Netflix, only to fall short of the larger-than-life presence fans expect. McIntyre noted that when his friends tune into wrestling, they're wowed by names like Logan Paul and Roman Reigns, who he says pops right off the screen like a freaking giant. But others, he feels, look out of place. Yeah, and the more you put me in those situations, especially with WWE, it drives me nuts when I see some of our guys on these huge public platforms, huge TV shows. Because these days, no offense, but 85% of our guys don't look like they should be in WWE. They're on Netflix and stuff, and my buddies will contact me and go, "Yo, I just turned on wrestling for a bit to see what you're up to." It's cool to see people. Oh, Logan Paul's on there and he's killing it. Roman Reigns, what a freaking star. The guy comes on the screen and just pops right off it. He's a freaking giant. Then there's these other guys who look like they should be serving me my fast food at McDonald's or something, and I'm thinking, I could kick their ass. It takes me out of it, McIntyre said. He argued that even if these wrestlers are skilled in the ring, their lack of striking presence might turn viewers away before they get a chance to connect. For McIntyre, it's all about grabbing attention, whether through a chiseled physique or a unique vibe that demands eyes on the screen. I'm like, yeah, they're good at wrestling, and maybe you'll connect with them eventually, but I'm not going to watch it long enough. I changed the channel. It's like, Jesus, guys, get in the freaking gym or at least do something that grabs attention. You don't have to be that guy, dude, he added. McIntyre's harsh words underline his belief that presentation is key in WWE, and he's clearly unimpressed with most of the roster's current look. It remains to be seen if anyone takes the Scottish Warrior's advice and steps up their game. Elena Black is earning more than any woman in wrestling thanks to OnlyFans. Elena Black, known to WWE fans as Cora Jade, is stepping away from the ring, And wrestling insider Dave Meltzer suggests her booming OnlyFans account might be a big reason why. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer shared insights from someone close to Black, revealing that her earnings last month likely surpassed every other woman in pro wrestling. I know she was talking to somebody who I know, and she has probably made more money last month than any woman pro wrestler in the world, probably by a lot, because of OnlyFans, Meltzer said. He compared Black's success to Mandy Rose, who turned her post-WWE OnlyFans career into a $1 million empire. Mandy Rose set the template. And you know, if you've got the right look, you can do OnlyFans coming off of a WWE run. And not everyone can do it, obviously, but some can. I mean, Mandy Rose is incredibly rich from that. And it's the new thing, and more people are going to do it, he added. Meltzer emphasized the financial logic behind Black's choice, pointing out the grueling indie wrestling circuit pales in comparison. Think about this. You want to do these indie dates for $1,000 when you're making the kind of money that she's making? It basically makes no sense at all. It's like, going to do indie shows, flying in, the stress, and it's indie shows and things like that, taking bumps and everything, or sitting around and the money rolls in, he said. While the OnlyFans success might not last forever, Meltzer noted it's a no-brainer for someone with Black's profile. She may come back, but right now for her, she's just making an incredible amount of money. It's ridiculous. So good for her, he concluded. Black announced in June that she's taking a break from wrestling to focus on her mental health. With this massive financial windfall, her decision looks even smarter. Whether she returns to the ring or keeps thriving in this new lane remains to be seen. Ric Flair confirms he's now cancer-free after a battle. WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair is celebrating a huge win, announcing he's officially cancer-free after a battle with skin cancer. The Nature Boy shared the news on Twitter, expressing gratitude to his medical team and letting out his signature flair. "Thank you, Academic Alliance in Dermatology. I'm now cancer-free. Whoa!" Flair tweeted. This follows a recent surgery for his skin cancer, with Flair noting he had one final procedure left. That procedure proved to be the last step, and now he's overcome the disease, thrilling fans worldwide. On top of that, Flair recently conquered a 3-minute plank challenge, proving he's ready for more physical feats now that he's cancer-free. The Nature Boy's resilience shines both in and out of the ring, and fans are overjoyed to see him triumph. What's your favorite Ric Flair moment? And how are you celebrating his victory over cancer? Hulk Hogan's health issues shut down. WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Hart took to Facebook Tuesday evening to clear up rumors about Hulk Hogan's health, assuring fans that the Hulkster is doing great. Hart shared that he and Hogan, along with Hogan's son Nick, had a blast at karaoke the night before, shutting down claims of serious health issues. Hulk is doing great, doing phenomenal. Last night at karaoke with Nick was absolutely fantastic, baby. This is great news as there has been a lot of false reporting on Hulk's health. Jimmy has been his closest friend for many years, and this is news that I'm glad to share with everyone, Hart wrote. The update comes in response to alarming claims by Bubba the Love Sponge, who said a source told him Hart revealed Hogan was struggling, unable to speak due to trachea damage, and was set up in a hospital bed at home with medical equipment to keep him comfortable. Jimmy Hart told my source, "What? Hogan's not doing well. He can't speak. His trachea or whatever was damaged and he's having problems and it does not look good. That's what I was told. So he does not look good at all." My source also said he was transported to his house, but he's still, they got him set up in a hospital bed. It's just like being at the hospital. They've done all they can at the hospital now. They're just keeping him comfortable at his house in a hospital bed, Bubba claimed. Hart's cheerful update puts those worries to rest, confirming Hogan is in high spirits. Fans are relieved to hear the Hulkster is doing well and hope he stays healthy moving forward. Triple H recently threw away CM Punk's promo script. CM Punk recently shared a behind-the-scenes moment from his 2023 WWE return, revealing how Triple H helped him rediscover his voice. On Sport Bible, Punk discussed the friction caused by his Survivor Series comeback, which overshadowed Randy Orton's return after major surgery. The following week, Orton's match with Dominic Mysterio ran long, cutting into Punk's promo time. Punk took it in stride, joking about it and noting he could always talk the next week with WWE's 52 live shows a year. I remember when I first came back, talk about people going over their time. I think with Randy there was a little friction there. I came back and shit all over Randy's moment at Survivor Series. Randy was gone, he came back, had a new spine, and here's CM Punk stepping all over it. Then the following week he had a match with Dom, and they went over on their time, and it drastically cut into my promo time. We're all hooting, I'm laughing about it. Whatever I didn't get to say this week, I'll just say next week. That's the beauty of doing 52 live shows a year, Punk said. He also shared a lighthearted backstage story with Triple H. Punk was nervously clutching a promo script, still adjusting to being back in WWE and trying not to ruffle feathers. Triple H noticed, called him out for freaking everybody out with the script, and crumpled it up, urging Punk to be himself. I remember I was running around with a piece of paper in my hand that had whatever I was supposed to say, and I kept looking at it. Then Triple H comes up to me and he's like, "What are you doing, man? You're freaking everybody out." I'm like, "What do you mean I'm freaking everybody out?" He's like, "Nobody here has ever seen you hold a script in your hand and read it like you're not just gonna go out there and say whatever the hell you want." I'm like, "Oh, I'm kind of new around here, so I don't want to step on anyone's toes." He grabbed the piece of paper, crumpled it up, and threw it out. He said, "You're CM Punk. Go out there and talk to the people." I was like, right. That's what I needed to hear, since I was trying to move in a certain way. And he was like, "No, you don't gotta do that. Just be you. That's why you're here," Punk recalled. Punk emphasized that he and Triple H are now on great terms, showing that the game's bold move was all about bringing out the real CM Punk for the fans. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso are teaming up at Summerslam. Roman Reigns has thrown down a massive challenge for Summerslam 2025, and Jey Uso has answered the call, setting the stage for a blockbuster tag team match. The OTC reached out to the Yeet Master, proposing they join forces to take on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed at the biggest party of the summer. The duo stood tall at the close of this week's Raw, with Jey saving Reigns from a brutal beatdown by the two powerhouses. Jey confirmed he's all in, accepting Reigns' offer in a video message on Instagram, marking their first tag team partnership in nearly 5 years. While WWE hasn't officially announced the match, it feels like a done deal. Reigns and Jey last teamed up as a duo in December 2020 against Kevin Owens and Otis on SmackDown in the Thunderdome. Though they've joined forces in 6-man tag matches with Jimmy Uso since then, this SummerSlam clash will take them back to the early days of the Bloodline, promising a nostalgic and hard-hitting showdown. Solo Sikoa removed as the MFT leader. Solo Sikoa's reign as MFT leader is under fire as he heads into SummerSlam 2025 to defend his United States Championship against Jacob Fatu in a steel cage match. On SmackDown, Fatu and Jimmy Uso have teamed up against Sikoa's heel faction, gaining the upper hand last week. With Tama Tonga currently sidelined by injury, speculation is swirling that a loss to Fatu could cost Sikoa his leadership role, with Tonga potentially stepping in as the new MFT head. Given Tama's familial ties as Tala Tonga's brother and Tonga Loa's cousin, the group might rally behind him, especially since blood runs deep in the Bloodline saga. A high-profile loss often sparks major shifts in the Bloodline storyline, and if Sikoa falls to the Samoan werewolf, he could face serious consequences. This could pave the way for Tama Tonga's return, positioning him as MFT's new leader and kicking off a babyface run for Sikoa, freeing him from family drama. For now, this is just speculation, as there's no word on Tonga's return. Last week's SmackDown saw Sikoa accuse Fatu of causing a car accident involving MFT, leading to Fatu's brief detention. However, evidence later exposed Sikoa's attempt to frame Fatu, resulting in the police arresting the MFT leader and escorting him out of the venue. While this is clearly part of the storyline, there's no update on whether Sikoa has been released in the narrative, and he may miss the next SmackDown. Drawing from past angles, like Dominic Mysterio's jail-themed WrestleMania entrance, Sikoa could make a dramatic appearance at SummerSlam, possibly entering straight from custody to face Fatu. Cody Rhodes dethrones John Cena. Cody Rhodes is gearing up for a brutal street fight against John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam 2025, determined to reclaim the title he lost. The American Nightmare's fiery new attitude and unstoppable momentum make him a strong contender to topple the legendary champion, but taking down Cena won't be easy. Randy Orton could be the key to Rhodes' victory. With street fights known for their chaotic, no disqualification nature, interference is common, and Orton's history with Rhodes, dating back to their legacy days, makes him a likely ally. Their recent support for each other shows a deep bond, which could play out at the biggest party of the summer. The Apex Predator might step in to counter any dirty tricks from Cena or neutralize outside interference, helping Rhodes do what he couldn't at Backlash 2025, defeat the Cenation leader. But Orton's unpredictable streak adds a twist. After aiding Rhodes to win the title, the Viper could betray him with a sudden RKO and punt kick, turning heel in a shocking moment. Rumors of Orton flipping villain at SummerSlam have been swirling, and this could be the spark. Rhodes and Orton, Two of WWE's biggest stars share a rich history, and fans are itching for a proper main roster feud. Their recent clash at Night of Champions teased the potential, and with Rhodes expected to win the championship, Orton could be his first challenger. While this rivalry should have happened during Rhodes' first title reign, the excitement remains high. Triple H and the creative team might plant the seeds at Summerslam, especially if Orton betrays Rhodes, setting up a blockbuster SmackDown feud. For now, this is speculative, but the WWE Universe is eager to see what WWE has planned. For now, the more likely scenario is The Rock returning to help Cody Rhodes. Brock Lesnar's WWE return date. Brock Lesnar's last WWE appearance came at SummerSlam 2023, where he raised Cody Rhodes' hand after losing their third match in a brutal trilogy. Since then, his future has been clouded by speculation and controversy. On Storytime with Dutch Mantel, wrestling veteran Dutch Mantel predicted Lesnar could return in about a year for a blockbuster clash with Gunther, seeing major box office potential in the dream match. I'm going to throw a match at you. What about Brock Lesnar versus Gunther? It might have some legs. I think Gunther and Brock Lesnar has a little bit of a box office appeal to it. I think they're going to start talking about that. And remember, fans, you heard it here first. Give it about a year. I'm speculating too. So, let's speculate together, Mantel said. One possible return scenario could see Lesnar step in as the new leader of Seth Rollins' heel faction, with Paul Heyman searching for a replacement while Rollins is out with an injury. Heyman recently offered the role to Roman Reigns, who turned it down, leaving the door open for a surprise like the Beast Incarnate, who turned babyface in his last appearance. However, Lesnar's return hinges on legal clearance. Daniel Cormier recently claimed on MightyCast that Lesnar is on TKO's banned list due to serious trouble, a sentiment echoed by Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio. Meltzer noted Lesnar has been banned since being pulled from the 2024 Royal Rumble due to his implication in Janelle Grant's lawsuit against Vince McMahon. Meltzer said the situation remains unchanged, with WWE's lawyers holding firm that Lesnar shouldn't appear on TV until cleared. This explains his nearly 2-year absence from WWE programming, with no confirmed return date unless legal hurdles are resolved.